Hey guys, sorry if it is a little loud in here. We are going through a heat wave. So I wanted to go over some tips to keep your different types of animals cool during heat waves. If you're in a part of the area like I am, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, our houses are not equipped with AC. I just wanted to come on here real quick and have a disclaimer that this type of weather is not normal to the Pacific Northwest at all. We are breaking records every single day, so this is not something I could prepare for. It literally was normal temperatures like 80, 82, and then all of a sudden it jumped up 20 or 30 degrees. So this is something that we had to quickly find solutions for, and this is just the best stuff I had on short notice. Like I said, this is not something that I had a lot of time to prepare for. We didn't know this kind of weather was coming, and it just came, and so I'm doing what I can, and I'm trying to help out you guys in case anything like this happens for you as well. So I'm doing what I can to keep everyone cool, making sure everyone stays hydrated and doesn't overheat. So I thought I'd give you a couple tips to what I've been doing, and it's been working so far. We've been well over the hundreds the last couple days, and so far so good. Everyone is active, healthy, happy, eating, drinking. So I thought I would go through and kind of show you what I've been doing. One of the first things I did is actually relocate Nightmare, my Japanese cave gecko, out into the living room temporarily. They can't really withstand temperatures over about 75, and my pet room is sitting about 80 right now, which is fine for most of my animals, even with all the fans and stuff, but I was just worried that Nightmare might not take it as well, so I brought him out here. He's living on the coffee table right now. Honestly, I might make him a permanent home out here just in the future, but for now, he's out here to make sure that he is safe. So tip one would be to relocate to cooler areas, which also brings me to my ferrets. As many of you know, I usually have a ginormous ferret enclosure that takes over the entire wall of my pet room. But for the next couple days, they're going to have to be in here, which just means more for your own time. This is solely for eating, sleeping, drinking, but I just couldn't bring their whole cage out here, and it was too hot in there for them, so they have this smaller cage for now. Like I said, it's not permanent at all. They're out most of the day, but this is just what they've got going on right now because it was the best I could do, and it's better than them overheating. I also do have a fan pointed at them to make sure we're cool. So like many people that don't have a central AC system, we have a window AC. So what I did is I have my window AC, which is pointed directly down this way, to a box fan, which is pointing the air directly down to this fan, which points it into my pet room, which is why it is staying about 80 in there. So that is what I've been doing to try cool down the pet room. That's not the only thing. Obviously, you can see there's a couple fans going in there as well. But that is how I'm getting the cool air down here because it is impossible to find ACs. And that's all I can do. And I don't want it to get too cold in here, otherwise I'll just put the whole AC in here, but then it would be too cold. So next tip I have is actually ice packs. So I have these larger ones from the Dollar Tree, and then I have these smaller ones from Walmart. I've been putting ice packs on top of all my different enclosures. Any of my animals that can't go over about 85, I've been putting ice packs on. So like my white street frogs, my tomato frog, my mice, chive, my dwarf hamster, Miley, my toads, my white street frog Georgie, and I think that is everyone I have ice packs on. But I've been putting ice packs on in the morning and then taking them off in the evening and putting them back in the freezer to make sure they're ready to go in the morning again. They stay pretty cool throughout the day. And this helps just keep one portion of the enclosure a little bit cooler, which is really helpful to my animals that don't like the heat as much. So obviously my leopard geckos, my bearded dragon, my tokay gecko, I'm not as concerned about them because they're used to the heat, but my other animals I'm trying to keep extra cool. Another thing I have going is for my animals that don't necessarily don't really want it over 85 or 90. I have fans blowing directly at this enclosure. So this is a new animal I got that you guys don't know about yet, but there will be a video coming soon. So I have a normal air fan blowing directly at this animal. And then I also have this oscillating fan, of course, in the whole pet room blowing. So like I said, this is my normal ferret cage and I could not move it out. So that's why they're in that smaller cage for now. And now I have this fan not even touching the other one, but blowing around. And then I also have this fan blowing directly at my toads. So if they need to be a little cooler, they can. Another thing I like to do is give my pets my rodents, a little bit of frozen peas and diced carrots in the evening time. So when I get home from work, I'll put their ice packs on about 9 a.m. I'll come home from work about 6. I'll give them some frozen peas and carrots just to help keep them cool. This is definitely not something you want to do all year round. They're not the best for them, but it is a good way to keep them cool, and you don't need to do a huge amount. I do about 1 pea and carrot, or like 1 pea or carrot for each animal in the enclosure. So my mice, I give about 12 just in case someone gets greedy. And then in my 2 hamster enclosures, I give about 2 or 3 pieces depending on how stuck together they are, because they get pretty stuck together. The last thing I've been doing is making sure my misting water stays cooler than the room temperature, and I've been misting 3 times a day instead of 2. So I will mist in the morning when I first get home, or when I first get up. I will mist when I get home from work, and then I will mist again before I go to bed, just to make sure everyone is staying hydrated. As we can see, little Branch right here is having a sip of some water off of her glass. So those are the tips that I have been making sure everyone can stay cool. I know that I'm sure there's a lot of other things. This is just what I've been doing. I know some things aren't necessarily ideal, but like I said in the beginning, it's better than anyone overheating or not surviving. That's been my biggest worry, is that I'm going to lose someone during the heat wave. So I'm really hoping we're not. We're good so far. Everything's been working so far. If you have any extra tips, definitely let me know in the comments, because I'm more than happy to include some more things that would be beneficial, and you can also help anyone else watching this give some more ideas. But without further ado, I hope this helps. I hope this helps someone. Please like and subscribe for more animal content. I have so many different types of animals, and I love to be able to educate people and just show them their cute faces and teach them how to have better animal care. If you have any video requests at all, or if there's any particular animal you want to see more content of, definitely let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!